everyone, how's it going? I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction Watch episode 5 of Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou!
If you want to check out our reaction to the 5th episode of Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, let's see. This episode opened up with a meta joke about the manga. Basically, yeah, they're talking about the author of the manga, and they're like, "Oh, so what do you what do you think the author is? Oh, he must be a high school boy because he gets all the jokes. I don't know. It could be a high school girl. Nah, unlikely.
The art
style.
style.
Look at the art style. Oh, right. He's an elementary school boy.
Explains everything."
And then they ask the other person who's sitting with him, who turns out to be the editor in charge of the author.
What up, fourth wall?
Fourth wall jokes are funny. Anyway, so after the opening, we get into High School Boys and Dubbing, which is basically our main trio sitting around and dubbing a group of... Basically, like, they see a group of high school girls, or middle school girls, and they can't hear what they're saying, so they decide for fun just to dub over some random bullshit.
Basically, anime reaction in real life.
I wish it were that funny.
Right.
That was hilarious.
The end was pretty funny, though, when they're like, hey, those guys have been looking at us for a while now.
Yeah, they're definitely
disgusting.
They're definitely after us. We should run away.
Oh, disgusting. And then they get all depressed.
Don't get depressed, that's something you made up.
That was pretty funny.
That was hilarious. That was probably my
I've actually done that, though. Just sat around and, like, dubbed over people that I can't actually hear.
Yeah.
So, it's one of my old favorite pastimes from college. So.
Plenty of comedic material to work on there.
Yeah. Especially when you see the people who went to my college. So the second part is High School Boys and Seniority, which I didn't find funny that much.
It's what's our boy's name there?
I forget.
It's more Nichijou abuse, basically.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name. He's one of the student council members.
I think he's the president.
No, he's not the president. The president's the blonde guy.
All right.
I think... Is he the... No, he's not the vice president, because that guy is the...
So many people.
Monoharu. There we go.
Basically, Monoharu runs into his older sister, and she's with her friends, and they decide on doing Hotbot for the evening, and then her friends go full mean high school girl on him, and basically, like, he wants to stand up for himself, but when he does, his sister literally hits him in the back and, yells to him about respecting his elders, even though they're not showing him any respect.
Damn you, Confucianist beliefs.
Yeah, it's like, well, I believe that you should give somebody the proper respect that they deserve, but the moment that they show that they don't deserve that respect, then you can respond in kind. And basically from the opening bit, like, they surround him, they're doing the whole not even like high school girl giggling, like just
Creepy
as hell chuckling.
Yeah.
And then going straight into insulting his appearance and shit like that. It's just And then he tries to leave to go home, and his sister stops him and tells him that they need to go shopping for the ingredients for the hot pot because all of her friends are staying over that evening. I would instantly be calling all of my friends and being like, hey, can I stay the night? Please let me stay the night. I need to get out of here. But he doesn't do that, and we get a little scene with him being held down by two of them and a third one going in to shave his beard. Insult to injury in the next part, because when we see him in the next part, his face is shaved and he has a bunch of band-aids on his face because they cut his face so bad.
It's not a fun situation to be in.
Yeah, I didn't find that part to be particularly that funny, just because I don't find that situation to be that funny.
Yeah.
It's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, and then we'll just move on from that.
Yep.
The next part is High School Boys and the Savior, which shows the student council members minus the president, and they found Ringo, the student council president for the all-girls school. I think she was out at like a convenience store or something, and they're asking her to borrow some AV equipment, I think.
For something the school's throwing.
For some reason, and they're trying to borrow the equipment from the girls' school, and they end up following her down this alley, which looks sketchy as all fuck.
Well, I mean, here we go. You got three kind of, well, for their age, strapping dudes surrounding a girl in a dark alley.
They look like they're in their 20s. Well, except for Manohara now, because he looks like he's 12 without a beard.
With all the shaving and but basically, yeah, it's an innocent situation turned sour.
Yeah. But, so this guy comes up. I don't know if we have him on the character list here. It's
Too many
long
damn
characters.
characters.
But this guy comes up and he sees the situation and he misreads it and thinks that these guys are trying to get Ringo to go with them for some fun time. And so he jumps in to...
Tries to dissuade them, tries to get them to leave her alone.
Yeah. And so they, instead of embarrassing the guy and being like, oh, no, it's okay, we know her, they decide to act all tough guy and then pretend to attack him and let him kick their asses. Basically, they initiate a fight that they're not trying to win, and then they flop so that the guy can save face. And he goes to lead Ringo out, but unfortunately, Ringo is an idiot. And she cannot read the situation whatsoever.
I'm not sure if there is a situation for me to read.
I don't think there's anyone here who could read a situation. I think that's the joke, though, that no one knows what's going on.
Well, actually, the student council members are actually pretty good at it. Because when the guy walked up, they instantly like, oh shit. And then without communicating to each other, they instantly knew the plan and could implement it. So they're good. It's just the guy misunderstood and Ringo can't read a situation.
I'm just wondering what the end goal was. Like,
from what I understood, their thing was that they didn't want to embarrass the guy.
Yeah, they don't want to be like, oh, we know her, we're all buddy, and then he would be all like, oh, I'm sorry to bug you.
Yeah,
I feel
shit.
bad.
Why did I do that?
Sorry for punching you.
Basically, they just don't want to embarrass the guy. And then Ringo ruins it because at first she's like, wait, and then one of them kicks her in the butt. And then, and then she tries to protest even more, and then we get a little funny bit with the like subtitle popping up. He figured it out.
He eventually figured it out.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen before. I don't think that would ever happen before. In real life, like that It seems like a very weird situation to be in.
There you go. It's just a weird situation to put in.
Yeah.
So they did.
Well, I can kind of see where they're coming from, not wanting to embarrass the guy, because, it might not have been the case this time, but what if the guy gets embarrassed in the situation and then sees the situation crop up again, except next time it's, like, for real? That a chick's basically being harassed and probably about to be, dragged to a love hotel or something. And he doesn't do anything because he was embarrassed by that situation before. That's kind of the way that I see it.
Okay.
Interesting.
I just figured it was the writers putting it into a random ass situation.
Well, there's that too, but
That's my initial assumption for the more confusing bits of this anime, though.
yeah, like that's actually the one that I found the least confusing. Like, I mean, they were totally just acting like, oh crap, let's act like bros.
Yeah, can go with that.
So, anyway, so the next one is High School Boys and Old Friends.
So, what was the
Hidenori, I think.
Yeah, Hidenori, and what's the other guy?
Well, you don't see who the other guy is immediately, but
No, it was like Hidenori and Yoshitake. They're sitting there, walking down the street, walking past McDonald's, and they run into.
You were thinking about the next part.
I was thinking about the next part.
Actually, it's funny. It happens the same night as the one before, because if you look in the background in the very first shot, you actually see the guys from the student council talking to Ringo
Across the way there.
across the street. But so yeah, they're hanging outside of the McDonald's. And every time I say it, it's always like, good old McDonald's, because that is like the bland name that you see the most in anime.
Right.
Standard.
But
Standard.
they run into a guy with glasses. Didn't really catch his name, but they're old friends.
Yeah.
They knew him at middle school.
Yeah.
He went to a different high school. So they catch up a little bit, but for some reason, the girl in the background is just glaring. I'm not even sure if I could glare right.
I don't think even Clint Eastwood could give such an intense glare. Just a big ol'.
Yeah, but that kind of hurt. That kind of hurt my eyebrow.
Zero retired due to eyebrow injury.
Probably retired from some other injury, but
Excuse me.
anyway,
Sorry.
this freaks out Hidenori and Yoshitake, and they try to be like, we're gonna just go this way because apparently your girlfriend here is
glaring daggers into us.
Well, yeah, I mean, thinking about it from their point of view, they met their old friend who's hanging out with a girl that they don't know. And, they get to talking, and then she starts glaring daggers at them.
Yeah.
I would honestly think the exact way that they thought.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this is his girlfriend, and she's totally pissed that he's talking to his old friends instead of just spending time with her.
Yeah, because if under that assumption, they must be on a date or something, and we're interrupting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's how I'd think too.
But as they're trying to leave, the guy invites them into the McDonald's to hang out.
get a clue.
Oh, and then even better. So I was on this group date the other day. She's sitting right next to you.
Right.
Wait. Your girlfriend is... Oh, she's not my girlfriend.
She's my sister. What, she lost her glasses?
Her contacts.
Or contacts. Something
Damn.
like that.
She turns to a bamf without her contacts.
Yeah. So then she's got this angry glare going on, and you get the whole high pitch. Sorry.
Why?
And then
I can't
is a
see
done
properly.
Yeah. So then our two guys do full standing face desk on the table.
Twice.
Full standing face desk on the table. And then their friend says something that makes them do it again.
Yeah, I forgot what exactly he said, but that was hilarious.
That hurt my head.
That was vintage Danshi Koukousei right there.
Then after that, we get the high school boys in the biography of a hero, which explores Hidenori's backstory.
There was such a thing?
Yeah, a wee bit. So he says 8 years before, when he was a young lad, he used to get bullied all the time. And at the shrine that we see him in at the beginning of the episode, he met this guy who wore a hero mask that you would buy at a festival and a scarf. And the guy basically gives him a whistle and says, "Oh, you know, if you're ever in need of help, blow this whistle and it'll come help you." So a few days later, Hidenori's getting abused again. I mean, basically, it's classic that you see in anime where the bully's basically trying to get the person to give them money. And so he goes to blow the whistle, and the guy comes out of nowhere and goes, "No, stop! You need to stand up for yourself." And then the guy proceeds to shoot the bullies with rubber bands, and the bullies realize who the guy is, and they run.
Yeah, but the real joke, I think, of that segment, well, I guess technically it is an episode, huh? The way they format it.
Yeah.
But the real beauty was beforehand. Hidenori's delivering a monologue. Who do you admire? Most people would say a famous person. For me, it was someone different. And
because
then,
he's walking up to a shrine, the shrine that's part of the backstory, and it goes back to the prior time where he's reminiscing on the past, walking up to the shrine, and as he starts getting to the top, he starts hearing the whistle, hearing the noise from back then.
The song, the conveniently in the public domain song that his hero played on the flute.
So he's like, "Yeah, I get to see my hero again." He runs up the stairs,
and it's totally Yoshitake playing with
rubber bands.
Playing with rubber bands on his fingers,
like he used to. And so we get to the punchline.
Oh, hey, Hidenori. Runs, and he's running down the stairs.
And then a monologue. So, when you ask someone who they admire, they'd probably give you the name of a famous person. As for me, it's, famous person.
Yeah.
Probably an author, a philosopher, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Definitely not Yoshitake.
Nope. So then we get High School Boys and Literary Girl 3, in which Literary Girl corners Hidenori on the riverbank at sunset again.
Oh, God.
So...
No!
I love that. Internal screaming.
Tomokazu Sugita, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's doing what he does best.
And so he decides to play along once again and do some cheesy lines, except he can't seem to calm down, and the lines that he puts out are
cheesier than usual.
Normal cheesy rather than like what she was going for.
Varying degrees of cheesy.
Yes.
And then like, so the first one was like, "The wind is cold."
Yeah, this is going from aged Gouda to Cheese Whiz really quick.
Yeah. The wind is cold.
If we're talking cheesy.
A cold front's coming in.
From Siberia.
Okay, no, I need to finish strong. Oh, I got it. The wind is
sparkling.
Just his face When literary girl just laughs.
God.
And also, no mention of the convenience store
Right?
this time.
Oh man.
Internal screaming at the beginning.
He's gonna avoid that riverbank from now on.
I hope not. I actually ship it. I hope he'd annoy and literary girl hook up.
Right.
But
And we
the last part was
we get after the ending we get what was it?
high school girls are funky with resentment.
Yes. So real quick, I want to talk about the part right after their intro, or kind of. Okay, so they do the intro and then they stop and they're like, wait, this isn't right. The music's not even going along with our motions. And then they make a total, I'm pretty sure a total K-On! Joke there.
Oh yeah, they totally take the piss on K-On!
But yeah, they're like, how can we get to London? With what, 1 week of hard work or something like that.
Wait, this isn't that kind of anime. That's when I knew it was totally a K-On! Reference.
Right. And then they redo the opening and do their movements to match the song.
And they make a total mess of it.
Anyway, so in the actual segment, we get back to them with Motohara. Was it Motohara?
Hat Boy.
No, Hat Boy.
Damn it. All these fucking names. I swear to God.
Hat Boy, where are you?
Yeah,
Kurosawa.
But yeah, so they get back to that part, and it's revealed that all the candy that he was throwing at them previously was all out of date.
And so they
Noob move, Kurosawa. Noob move.
No, I think he was just being
No.
savage.
Yep. Totally on purpose. Totally on purpose.
So they get pissed off at this naturally and try to deliver a bit of corporal punishment.
Yeah, so the...
What? Oh.
Actually, let me see if I can find the girls' names. See if they're even anywhere near each other. Yanagi is one.
Well, she's kind of the...
She's kind of the ringleader.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yanagi is throwing punches at Kurosawa.
He ain't
Kurosawa
taking-
keeps blocking
Yeah,
him.
he ain't taking them.
He ain't taking that shit. And she's like, quit blocking me. So then he puts his hands down and she goes to kick him.
I said quit blocking me. You, hold him back. Okay.
Yeah, so her friend holds his arms to his sides. And then she winds up to kick again, and he flips around at the last moment.
Bounce face, and so Yanagi kicks her friend right in the ass.
Oh, God.
That was beautiful. Kurosawa is a certified G.
Yeah, he is.
And she's Yanagi is still like, stand still, you bastard, and you need to be put in your place. And then I guess the shoe drops a little bit, because in the background, what was the third girl's name?
I honestly don't know.
Who knows?
But in the background, you see her kind of like, I don't know, almost embarrassed. And the dude takes his hat off and shows a scar.
Yeah, so Kurosawa finally takes his hat off, and it's revealed the reason why he wears his hat all the time is because he has a scar that comes from here down to like right around his eye.
It's like this. It goes like into his hair, and comes down over his eyebrow.
And basically, I would say it's hinted that that third girl is somehow responsible for it because
she feels totally bad about it and tries to give him 5,000 yen.
Right.
I'm like, damn, big spender. Having $50 on you like that is just. Yeah.
I wish people who gave me scars would, do that shit.
Boy.
Sorry.
But yeah.
A lot of bullying in this episode.
There was a lot of bullying in this episode.
Probably why I didn't like it as much.
I was like, I like parts of it.
The dubbing part was fucking hilarious.
Dubbing was hilarious.
I love that. You know what? We should, next convention we go to, because honestly, that's probably going to be the only time all three of us are out of the house at the same time. We should definitely make a video of us doing that.
Just pull up a random anime dub with no subtitles, and just do our own dubs.
That's a good idea, too. I was like, we should recreate that scene, though.
This could be fun.
Oh, this could be fun.
Well, the problem with recreating that scene is you do have to get people's permission to film them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
And plus, people aren't that interesting, unfortunately.
Ooh.
That is true, but that was pretty funny what they had going on there.
Right? I think the only time that you actually get people that interesting is at places like conventions or high schools, or other than that, people are kind of boring.
Yep.
Well, now my dream has been crushed a little bit.
Let's go ahead and take this out.
Dude, let's.
Let us know what you thought of our reaction and what you thought of the anime in the comment section below.
Yep. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, go ahead and click over here to go to our Patreon.